October 25, 2025. The world's attention is once again drawn to the West Philippine Sea, a region that has become a flashpoint for international tension and a test of national resolve. The West Philippine Sea is tense. The waters churn with uncertainty as rival ships maneuver in a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. A battered Philippine supply boat, braving rough seas and the ever-present threat of confrontation, makes its way to the BRP Sierra Madre at Ayungin Shoal, a rusting outpost that has become a symbol of defiance and sovereignty. Suddenly, a fleet of Chinese Coast Guard and militia vessels appears on the horizon, their numbers overwhelming, their intentions unmistakable. They outnumber and outgun the lone Philippine boat, casting a long shadow over the contested waters. The radio crackles with warnings and demands. Every message is laced with tension, every word a reminder of the stakes. Tension is sky high, and every second feels like it could tip into crisis. These standoffs are now routine, modern conflict fought not with missiles or gunfire, but with water cannons, blinding spotlights, and relentless intimidation. The world watches as these encounters escalate, each one a dangerous dance on the edge of open conflict. For the Philippine Armed Forces, it's a daily test of resolve and professionalism. Every patrol, every mission, is a demonstration of their commitment to defend the nation's interests, no matter the odds. Outmatched but determined, they hold the line, a fragile yet powerful symbol of sovereignty and national pride, standing firm against overwhelming pressure. Incidents are growing more frequent and aggressive. Each new confrontation adds to a growing sense of urgency, as the risk of miscalculation or escalation looms ever larger. Every close call sends a message to Manila. The nation needs a credible deterrent, a way to ensure its voice is heard and its territory respected. The Philippine Air Force feels this pressure most acutely. Its pilots train tirelessly, knowing that the security of the skies may one day depend on their skill and courage. Yet, their equipment lags behind the threat. Many of the jets are aging, their technology outpaced by regional rivals, leaving the nation's defenders at a disadvantage. The dream of a modern fighter fleet is now a race against time. New recruits join with hope, but the need for advanced aircraft grows more urgent with every passing day. The security of Filipino fishermen, the integrity of the exclusive economic zone, and the very idea of national sovereignty are all at stake. Ordinary lives and livelihoods hang in the balance. The question is no longer if the Philippines needs a new fighter, but which one, and how soon it can be delivered. The decision will shape the nation's future and its place in the region. The choice will define the nation's defense for decades to come, influencing alliances, strategy, and the balance of power in Southeast Asia. The stakes could not be higher and the clock is ticking. The world is watching, and the next move will echo far beyond these contested waters.
The F-16 was once the clear frontrunner for the Philippine Air Force, seen as the ideal choice to modernize its aging fleet and strengthen its air defense capabilities. Brand new F-16 Vipers would have been a quantum leap in capability, offering advanced avionics, radar, and weapons systems, all backed by the US, the country's oldest and most reliable ally. But reality hit hard. The price tag for 12 jets, along with training, spare parts, and long-term support, exceeded $2.4 billion, a staggering sum for the Philippines. For the Philippines, this was simply unaffordable. The cost threatened to consume a huge portion of the country's annual defense budget, leaving little for other priorities. The government had to balance defense needs with urgent demands for economic recovery, healthcare, education, and infrastructure, especially in the wake of recent crises and natural disasters. High operational costs, fuel, maintenance, and a US-centric supply chain added to the burden, making the F-16 not just expensive to buy, but also to operate and sustain over decades. The decision to pause wasn't about rejecting the F-16 or the US alliance, but about fiscal responsibility and ensuring the country's long-term security posture remained viable. The Air Force needed a fighter that was not only effective in combat, but also sustainable and affordable for years to come, given the country's limited resources. This opened the door for other contenders, jets from Europe, South Korea, and other manufacturers that could offer a balance of capability, affordability, and easier maintenance. The F-16 remains an aspiration, a symbol of what the PAF hopes to achieve in the future, but for now, the Air Force had to pivot and find a more practical path forward. The search for a new fighter was back on, with urgency, driven by the need to protect the nation's skies while staying within budget.
With the F-16 acquisition on indefinite hold, the Philippine Air Force was thrust into a high-stakes global search for a new frontline fighter. the quest for a suitable replacement quickly became an international affair, drawing attention from military experts and defense industries around the world. Manufacturers from Sweden, France, Europe, South Korea, Japan, Italy, and China all entered the competition, each eager to showcase their most advanced jets. The air shows and defense expos became battlegrounds for innovation, with each country hoping to secure a strategic partnership with the Philippines. The Saab Gripen from Sweden quickly stood out for its efficiency, advanced avionics, and notably low operating costs. Qualities designed for nations that must defend their skies against larger, more powerful adversaries. Its reputation for reliability and ease of maintenance made it a strong contender. France's Rafale and the Eurofighter Typhoon, meanwhile, offered top-tier performance, cutting-edge technology, and formidable combat capabilities. However, these advantages came at a premium price, making them less accessible for countries with tighter defense budgets. South Korea's Fa-50, already in service with the Philippine Air Force and the developmental KF-21, presented a compelling case for regional partnership, interoperability, and affordability. These jets promised not only cost savings but also closer military ties with a key Asian ally. Other options on the table included Japan's F-2, Italy's M346FA, and the Pakistani-Chinese JF-17, each bringing unique strengths and strategic implications to the table. Each jet represented a different philosophy: heavyweights for maximum power projection, pragmatic designs for a balance of cost and capability, and budget-friendly options for nations prioritizing basic air defense needs. The Philippine Air Force had to carefully weigh capability, cost, and strategic fit, considering not just the jets themselves, but also training, maintenance, and long-term support. The decision was about more than just hardware. It was about shaping the future of Philippine defense, strengthening alliances, and ensuring national security for years to come. The right choice would need to balance immediate operational needs with long-term sustainability, ensuring the Air Force could defend the nation now and adapt to future threats. The world was watching closely to see which path the Philippines would take, as the outcome could shift regional power dynamics and influence future defense partnerships. The stakes were higher than ever, and the decision would echo far beyond the country's borders. Choosing a fighter jet is as political as it is technical. The supplier becomes a long-term partner, shaping alliances for decades. The true cost isn't just the sticker price, it's fuel, maintenance, training, and upgrades over the jet's lifetime. A cheap jet that's expensive to operate can cripple a defense budget. The path needs a sustainable, balanced, credible power without financial ruin. The choice also sends a message. Buying American reaffirms the U.S. alliance. European or Korean jets signal diversification. Each option carries diplomatic risks and rewards. The decision is a puzzle of performance, cost, and politics. The right jet must meet today's threats and adapt to tomorrow's. The final choice will shape Philippine security for a generation. Buying jets isn't enough. A modern Air Force needs know-how. Technology transfer is key, the ability to maintain, repair, and even build parts locally. This reduces dependence on foreign suppliers, especially in a crisis. Local support keeps jets flying when they're needed most. Technology transfer also creates jobs and builds a skilled workforce, boosting the economy. The investment becomes national development, not just defense spending. Saab and KAI have strong records of industrial cooperation, making them attractive partners. The willingness to share technology could tip the scales in the final decision. For the Philippines, self-reliance is as important as firepower. Two contenders stand out: Sweden's Gripen and South Korea's upgraded Fa-50. The Gripen is agile, cost-effective, and can operate from short runways, ideal for the Philippines' geography. Saab offers generous technology transfer, supporting the country's self-reliance goals. The Fa-50 is already in PAF service. Pilots and crews know it well. Upgrading to the Fa-50 Block 20 brings modern radar and missiles, turning it into a credible combat jet. Expanding the Fa-50 fleet is low-risk and cost-effective. The choice is between a LEAP, Gripen, and a STEP, Fa-50. Gripen offers higher-end capability, Fa-50 offers affordability and simplicity. Both are strong options, and a mix may be the smartest path. The debate is at the heart of the PAF's modernization. The final decision will shape the Air Force's future. The best solution may not be either or, but both. A two-step approach is gaining support. Expand the Fa-50 fleet now, add Gripens later. More FA-50s can be fielded quickly, using existing training and logistics. This boosts patrols and presence over the West Philippine Sea. Later, a smaller fleet of Gripens would handle the toughest missions, air superiority, and deep strike. This high-low mix is used by top air forces worldwide. FA-50s provide numbers, Gripens provide the edge. It's a strategy of patience and prudence, building mass now, adding capability as budgets allow. The goal, a sustainable, effective air force for today and tomorrow. Why not the Rafale, Typhoon, or JF-17? The European heavyweights are too expensive to buy and operate for the Philippines' budget. They offer more capability than the PAF can sustain right now. The JF-17 is cheap, but its Russian engine and Chinese ties raise logistical and strategic concerns. Second-hand F-16s are short-term fixes with high maintenance costs. The Japanese F-2 isn't available for export, and Italy's M346FA lacks fleet commonality. The F-15EX is even pricier than the F-16. Each option was considered, but none struck the right balance of cost, capability, and strategic fit. The Gripen and FA-50 emerged as the best matches for the PAF's needs. The decision is about what works for the Philippines, now and in the future. Modernizing the Air Force is about more than jets. True air defense requires radar networks, command systems, and well-trained personnel. A fighter is only as good as the system supporting it. Training, simulators, and maintenance are essential investments. Technology transfer builds local expertise and a self-sustaining force. The PAF's doctrine is shifting to deny adversaries access to Philippine airspace and waters. The high-low mix, FA-50s for patrols, Gripens for high-end missions, fits this strategy. The choice is about a long-term vision for security, not just a single purchase. The two-step approach offers a realistic roadmap: act now, build for the future. With the right partners and commitment, the PAF can secure the nation's skies for decades. The shield in the sky is within reach.